It's Sup After Dark. Sup After Hours.
After hours here.
Lara is rocking a bold lip.
I've gone bold.
She's got bold pre-Japan flight.
Pre-Japan flight. Unpacked. P.S. No, haven't packed a shred.
You haven't packed? You know what? I didn't want to like pry, but on my way up to go use the loo like several times, I looked in and I went, she must have packed already.
Yeah. Fooled you.
Fooled me. I said, she's got to get cracking.
I got to get cracking on packing.
Damn.
Hugely.
Well,
but
you know
it's going to
what?
be okay.
It's good because you can stay up as long as you want.
Yeah, true. And I
you
don't
wanna
need to
be like,
overthink it.
Yeah, you're going to be spending a day on a plane.
A day. I'm going into timekeeper mode.
You are a true timekeeper.
When everyone else probably that listens to this pod I'll be in a different zone than them.
You'll be in the future.
I'll be a day and a half in the future.
Well, we don't know. There could be listeners rocking it on the Southern Hemisphere. I mean, other than Australia, like in Asia.
True.
Hopefully so.
Oh, yeah. I lost my grip on geography just then. I'm also a little high.
She's a little high.
I took an edible because I have my period and I was having such bad cramps. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to
help?
It has helped. It's eliminated all the cramps. But I also was like, damn, I'm a little high.
Yeah, you said.
I've never in my life gotten high before my own podcast.
Well, bitch.
This would be the beginning of the
I said Lara revealed it to me because I came over to watch live, and after the episode, she goes, "I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a little high," and I went, "You know what? I thought you were a little high."
You were right,
but I was like, she's living. I get it. The night before a big trip, there's always just like a wave. The to-do list. Tacking it on.
So many
crossing it
items
off.
On the to-do list.
You've got a little Tonya to worry about. But it's all going to work out.
No, it's all good. And I figured out that the best plan for me personally packing is to keep my suitcase downstairs. And then I take anything I want to pack downstairs. So I have to be really conscious about like what I'm bringing. Because if it's near me, I will load it up until it's 65 pounds and struggle down the stairs and eventually get harassed at the airport.
I think that's really smart. I always try to leave my suitcases before, if I have like an early flight and I have to get up at like 4:30 or 5, I will leave my outfit out that I'm going to wear on the plane.
Oh yeah.
And I keep my suitcase in by the door just so I'm like, I feel like I'm in the zone when I get up.
Mercifully, I don't have to like leave incredibly early.
No.
But I do have some like driving around to do.
Yeah, you're taking to SoCal tomorrow.
Yeah. But it's going to be good.
You're going to have the best time.
I'm so excited.
I'm so jealous / excited. I think you'll have a nice hiatus.
Yeah. I'm jealous of myself because I honestly don't believe that this trip is happening. I don't think I'll believe it until I'm in Kyoto.
Yeah, I think you've been like, you specifically, you were about to go on a big trip right when COVID hit. Like everything got fucked. So like this is your time.
So you say.
This is so you say.
I say I'm going to Japan and then I also say, so you say.
That's kind of my mentality for everything.
So you say is a really actually great place to be in.
So you say. Mm-hmm. This I know.
So you say.
So you say. That was always, looking back on that little clash, it's very like Eastern Europe meets Soviet meets West.
Soviet mindset activated.
American, this I know. Soviet.
So you say.
So you say.
Work.
Incredible.
So
let's adopt a little of that like Soviet, like, so you say.
Yeah. It's a power move because you're also saying, you tell me.
You tell me. Mm-hmm. Sure.
I think we should all be a little more, you tell me, or let me guess.
Mm-hmm. You took an edible because you're on your period. You haven't packed. Suitcases by the door.
You think you're gonna pack tonight?
But you're gonna wake up ass crack of dawn and think,
I got to do this.
I got to do this now. I know you're gonna end up watching, VH1. I love New York.
You're going to get sucked back into those TV shows you love so much. You'll just stay here. You'll miss the flight entirely. Let me guess. Haven't even packed yet. You're never going to leave.
I had this memory. I had a friend once and we stayed up till they had to go on an early flight. So we just stayed up and did blow.
I'm stressed. I'm stressed the fuck out by that.
It was so fun.
It is actually fun when you have an early flight. And you do have, if you have a partner in blow crime and you're just both on the same, well, he was going on a flight and you were staying.
I was staying back. I went, au revoir. But I was like, we had the time of our lives.
I had the time of my life.
It was so fun. And then as soon as my friend was gone, I was like, fuck. What do I do?
Yeah, that's it.
I was like, fuck, I guess I'll go on Facebook Messenger and send weird messages to friends in LA. I remember specifically I had a friend who I was messaging who was in LA and was like, why are you up? And I was like,
no good reason.
I had a really good reason. I had to be with my friend while they sat vigil.
I had to hold my friend's hand while we did blow all night in preparation for his big trip this morning.
I was like,
that is blow. Bye. Oh, I have so much fun.
Like, see you later. You have fun.
Testimon. I said, hi.
Giacomo.
Giacomo.
Simone is the best. No, but I was just like, it was literally like I was seeing my friend, like them off to like.
We were like going on the Titanic.
Yeah. Bye. And like I was like, I was acting as if I was hopping on a plane and taking to the air, but no, I was staying in Bushwick.
To be left and then
Smoking
have to face
roof.
Someone else going off like on an.
That is such cokehead behavior, isn't it?
That is like, I can't imagine anything worse than being coked out after that person leaves and then being like,
now what do I do?
Now I guess I will.
Now it's Sunday.
Take to the cigs. Oh, it was Sunday. Well, that's
no, it wasn't. It wasn't like a weeknight, but it was like it was definitely like, well, damn.
It's a little spiritual though.
Yeah. No. You're gonna have the best time.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited too.
I'm really excited because right before I came here, friend of the pod, Patrick Sandberg, messaged me that his sister, who is a listener.
Hi to the Sandberg family.
We love the Sandbergs.
We love you. We see you. We honor you.
There's a Reddit. Apparently.
Go on.
It's apparently the listing for the nanny for the Baldwins.
Okay.
Hilaria, the Baldwinitos.
Hilaria, la madre.
Has leaked. And it doesn't say specifically it's Hilaria and Alec, but people are putting it together that it's her/them.
Okay.
And the listings are a little weird, but...
Can you read one?
Oh, I'll read the whole thing.
Okay, thank God.
I have it right here.
Thank God.
So it was posted to the Nanny League. Anyway.
Is that like an online group?
Yeah. Is this like bad? Whatever. It's on Reddit.
No, it's on Reddit. It's out there.
Lovely high-profile family seeks top-notch local career nanny to work alongside hands-on mom with her 6 children, ages 7, 5, 3, 2, and 2 infants. 3 days on, 4 days off. I don't know if this is pre-youngest 7th, but whatever.
Off the bat, this is way too much math for me to do.
You will live in while on you shift of 3 days, 3 nights, 4 days off. It would be a fluid schedule, so you may have to work weekends, must be open and flexible, easygoing overall. They are incredibly tight-knit, down-to-earth family who are looking for two professional, seasoned, drama-free, reliable, and committed nannies to help them navigate raising 6 children at once. This is in bold, will sleep with one or more child, must be okay with that. In the same bed.
Okay. This is getting worse and worse. The only thing I could or would want less than being coked out on a roof alone is this job.
Yeah, that sounds great compared to.
Oh, I'll take the blow.
Yeah.
Load me up. Load me the fuck up and leave me for dead on this roof. It's fine.
Candidates with a background in child development or education is a plus, as they hope that these nannies will be thoroughly invested in the children's emotional, mental, and physical development. They have an all hands on deck philosophy.
Like pirates.
Mom values her relationship with her staff.
Okay.
Mom is a no nonsense type of gal and demands respect and good manners from her children. But they are also children, and as we know, kids will be kids.
Fair.
Ideal candidates are extremely patient, kind, nurturing, open-minded, and fully invested in their job as a nanny. If this is any of you out there, side note.
Please apply.
Apply.
The time is now.
No pushovers or unkind people, please.
Don't be a
She is
pushover
actualized.
and don't be unkind.
How you treat the children is how you treat the children is how you help teach them to treat others is of utmost importance. This is truly an incredible position for one This is truly an incredible position.
Is it?
This is what she says.
Is
for
it
one
incredible?
highly qualified nanny. Please do not inquire if you have any allergies to dogs. They have 3. They will not be providing housing for your days off.
Wait.
Yeah. Huh?
What?
Buried that at the very end. Must have long tenure with previous families and excellent references. Salary starts at $75K.
Too low.
And a monthly stipend towards health insurance. That's
No, you need no. I
travel
have thoughts.
covered and bonuses. 2 weeks paid vacation time, not to be taken consecutively. Okay,
No.
fuck them. Fuck you for not providing housing.
Well,
And fuck you.
Here's what I have to say to that. At first I was like, wait, what? But then I guess ideally this person has their own apartment that they can go back to.
Yeah, that's true.
So they like share the room,
I'm
which
just
is
being-
kind of no. When before I thought that, I was also like, fuck you.
Well, but I'm like, you're telling the kid you're gonna have to sleep with the kids.
3 days on for this, you need starting salary $100K in this economy. $100K.
Yeah.
Starting. This is for anyone that like applies to this job. With love and light, I'm giving you a coach. $100K starting salary, plus you get to choose the best insurance plan and they pay for it. Not
Wait.
a monthly stipend. Like they just need to pay for it.
Wait. Okay, I glossed over this. Mom values her relations with her staff and is looking for people who genuinely enjoy working as a team and are okay not having full autonomy, but rather thrive working in a buddy system. Their nannies are an extension of the parents. This also means that you have a no task is too big or small mentality and you are open to helping pitch in whatever is needed to get done. Competitive package. Separate housing is provided for you close to the beach.
Okay.
That's
Things
kinda
are looking up.
I'd say take it.
Yeah.
Must
Pulling
be
up
fully
my-
vaccinated and willing to take precautions by the CDC.
Is this like if they travel, housing is provided?
I think
By
they
the
live at the
sea?
beach.
I'm confused.
I think the Baldwinitos have relocated to
Long Island.
yeah.
Strong Island.
Is that Tony, by the way? That little like,
Probably.
or is it Mango?
I think it's Tone. Could
Mango's
be either one
here.
of them. Mango's here. Tonia's here. They're having sleepover right now.
They are.
It's really
like lock-in
cute.
vibes. We're having like a lock-in.
We are
You're high. I'm
locked in by the end of the
having
night.
diarrhea. From my fucking antibiotic.
This is the adult
Antibiotic.
version of a lock-in. These are the lock-ins
what
that
it's
you
like.
always looked forward to from childhood.
I had some good ones.
And now it's happening. The 20-something lock-in is doing coke all night before one of you goes to the airport.
and the
30-something is
having diarrhea because you have
because you have a PIC line because you were just trying to take care of a nail fungus and things went horribly, horribly wrong.
and you're on edible, and the other is on being on edibles because you have your period, and you have to travel.
I'm
12
traveling
hours.
internationally, skipping ahead a full day the next day.
It feels right to get into it.
Yeah.
I'm Carey,
I'm Lara.
and you're listening to Sexy Unique
Podcast.
Boots the house down. Salty Utah Queens.
You know that? You know in Chicago, the song when she goes.
Yeah.
I go. I had a friend, Rob, who was
Did you
on,
have a flash?
No, I had a flash. Rob, who was on Saving Sex and the City 3, Rob Aquino. We were talking about that song and he was like, I can do that full routine lip synced. And in fact, I did it for people at a party. Let me send you the video. And I was like, okay. And then I watched it. He did the entire song.
Was he good?
It was so
Flawless.
good. It was like he was born to do this and this alone. And it radicalized. I literally watched Chicago later that night when I got home because of that video. He embodied as Catherine Zeta-Jones and he boots the fucking house down. She goes.
He was just at a party.
I go.
He was just at a party?
Yeah, I guess so.
Damn.
I'll have to send it to you. This needs to make its rounds because it was...
He needs to go viral.
That needs to go viral. Anyways. What were we talking about?
We're talking about the first part of the reunion.
Oh, God.
For this shit-ass show. So I've heard... I've been seeing something on social media that I think, like, there's so many fucking dumb Bravo accounts that you have to be like, take it all with a grain of salt because there is just misinformation more than I am.
They're their own kind of form of Q, if you really think about it.
But I saw that people were saying that season 4 of RHOSLC was canceled. And I was like, but then I saw Mary Cosby was coming back. And I was like,
what? We need her now more than
now
ever.
That Jen's gone.
Also, we need a
was
connection to Jesus on this show.
Yeah, but I was like, she's not coming back. If Jen got arrested, she's like, laying low. She's like, I'm out of here.
Well, maybe she took a season off to get her affairs in order. So
she has receipts.
Yeah, to like move some money offshore and just like meet with accountants and make sure that everything is good to go.
She moved some money to the Bahamas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe.
She took care of a few things. I miss her so much.
Women. But I mean, but then I said that to Lara when we were watching it and she was like, I wouldn't really miss it.
I wouldn't care. Less work.
Less work for us.
Take something off of our plates for once. Can someone just take one thing off of our plates? Bravo. We're looking at you.
We love you though. Have us on.
No, have us on. Come on.
Come on. You want us on as bartenders. It'll be so fun.
Please. We don't even get to say anything. He goes, Carey, will do this. The bartenders tonight are Carey and Lara from Sex Unique Podcast. And he goes, hey, thanks for being here. And I'm like, she goes. I break into the full song and just railroad the entire show. It takes 5 minutes.
We do the full routine, or just you?
No, we do. You could be Renee Zellweger, where she's like, so what do you think? And Renee's like,
we just fully like dom and like everyone and alienate everyone.
Broadway review a cappella because we wouldn't have any music.
Or maybe Andy would love it.
I think he might love it.
He'd be like this.
He'd be gagged.
He'd go, yes.
He'd go.
No, he would go like this. One.
He goes, and now, Velma Kelly, in an act of desperation.
Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, this season is like, this reunion is.
It's chorish.
There were some fun moments, but it feels like this reunion is going to be just a whole lot of nothing. A whole lot of just questions continuing to go unanswered. And mostly with Ms. Gay.
Yeah, talking about someone that isn't there is actually not that entertaining of a reunion.
No,
when
and
it
then,
all focuses around one person that would be crucial to be there, not there
because she's
she's going to jail
going
and
to
she's
prison.
literally like facing prison.
yeah, it's really dark. It feels like you do see, even though she's incredibly toxic and like so manipulative and like just bulldozes reality, her presence is a big part of why the show is so good.
Well, yeah. They built the show
Around her.
And she carried it, and now she's it's so dark.
Lisa Barlow posted in anticipation for the first reunion, she goes, this girl isn't, by the way, is this
a picture of Lisa?
Yeah, she's in Sundance.
I love that.
This girl is an only this girl. This girl and only, oh, I think she meant to say and. This girl and only this girl is who I am accountable for. I work extremely hard. I have integrity in what I do, and I'm raising boys that know the values of our family. I can only speak for and about me. Heart, I haven't slept in 5 days. So see you tomorrow. Damn.
I haven't slept in 5 days.
She hasn't. She's been...
I haven't slept in 5 days.
Sundance is the biggest day of the year for us. Biggest time of the year for Vita.
The Vita Vultures.
It's true.
It's absolute. Were you at Sundance this year? And how much Vita did you drink?
Tell us.
Maybe.
Let us know if anyone's there.
What if Heather's black eye was because Lisa secretly plied her with Vita? And she made her black out, and it'll all come back to Vita, and it's her in-house marketing team's big scheme.
Well, let's talk about it like right off the bat. Like the name on everybody's lips
is gonna be Heather.
Heather. She will not fucking. So the whole episode crescendos into Andy being like, "What the fuck happened with your eye?"
Mm-hmm.
And she just says, "You know what, Andy? The embarrassing thing is I was just blackout and I do not remember what happened." So all the things she said to Heather, to Whitney, and to others saying, and to Jen and Meredith being like, "Ugh, they're gonna push me. I'm gonna tell them what happened, and they're gonna be sorry."
Mm-hmm. Being like cagey and a fucking freak about it, and an attention whore.
That was apparently fake.
But I guess it was fake. But I understood where she was coming from when she was like, look, if it's true and she did just black out, which I actually kind of think it is.
Yeah.
Like that she just got really fucked up, blacked out,
like fell.
Something weird went down. Also, what if she was on shrooms and ketamine? And like if you're drinking, those claims were launched by none other than the queen of the reunion and the queen of Sundance.
Lisa goes, they were telling me that they were doing ketamine.
They had ketamine and what? A ketamine pill, shrooms. She was like, shrooms and ketamine. At first it was ketamine and then it was shrooms and ketamine.
Lisa claims that Jen Shah, Meredith, and I think Heather were shrooming in
a fucking K-hole.
Which kind of makes sense for that night. They were a little weird. And I think maybe they were doing ketamine the night when they were all Maryland.
They could, because I've had those kinds of lulls on ketamine. Kinds of lulls they had were veering into like drug territory.
Well, Meredith didn't drink really, but she was fucked up too. So it's like, what was she doing? Yeah.
Even if Heather said she didn't drink at all that night.
Meredith said I had one drink.
Oh, Meredith. Yeah. What else was like, she?
Slander.
But I think that Heather just was working out demons and got an accident or had an accident and then did wake up and was really ashamed. Because also it's like she grew up Mormon and like didn't do any of that kind of stuff, and then now she's divorced, unleashed on the world. She's on a hit show, she's famous, she has a book coming out. Like, I get being in a fucking shame spiral about a blackout.
Are you kidding? I've been there.
Yeah.
Like, it's sort of like, is that like Occam's razor kind of thing? Where it's
is that what it is? Explain that.
It's like the most
I'm like,
Let me check before.
we need chatbot. Don't you hope chatbot upends Google? Like destroys Google.
Occam's razor, shaving off unlikely explanations. So it's like whittling it down to like, what's the most logical explanation? So it's like, it's just she was fucked up and like hit her face.
Yeah.
Because she was wasted and like was too ashamed to admit it.
Happens.
And I get it. It did make me feel like I felt more endeared to her after that, because I've been there and I know what that's like. And you know, I'm not saying she's like an alcoholic, but like she just probably had like she was in a bad state.
Yeah. And the way that Whitney looked at her when she was talking about that also made me think like Heather's telling the truth. Like, because Whitney would know.
She would know, and she didn't.
Her cousin radar was going off.
And she didn't press her, and she was just like quiet and like let her speak.
Respectful.
She was a respectful little sis.
Mm-hmm.
She was.
Love that girl. Fucking love that girl.
But I think it was. But then, okay, I buy that because like I know what that shame is like. I think we all do, of just like, and even when you don't. Just not knowing is blacking out is truly the worst.
It's the worst.
It's horrifying.
And you know, I think women black out way more often than men do.
Really?
I think it's like a known thing. I'm like pretty sure that women have like a way bigger chance of blacking out. And it's not uncommon, but it is so scary, and
it's really scary.
Feels incredibly shameful.
And vulnerable, and like you're just
like something bad happened, you don't know what it was.
Or nothing. The thing that would freak me out is when like nothing would happen, but I'd just be blackout.
Yeah. And you'd be like, you were literally just like AI. When you're blackout, you are AI.
You are.
Because
you're smarter child.
My body, I'm Megan. Your body will just go through the motions and you will still be like standing up, interacting with people for hours. But then you don't remember any of it.
No,
that's
had like
fucked up. That's happened to me so many times.
I had a night my freshman year of college where like parents' weekend where I blacked out and like got cited. But before that, my best friend who lived next to me like took me to a party because I was like incapacitated. She said I was like making people laugh. I was like holding court. Some guy was flirting with me, some older guy, and I was like wished I was flirting back. Apparently, like I was just like in fully. You
were like Shoshana.
I was truly, and then
you were in your element.
But I like don't remember any of it, which is scary.
Yeah,
that's freaky. Anyway,
that's like the best case scenario of a blackout.
Oh, that's the only. Sorry, let me be clear. That's probably the only time I was the toast of the town.
That's a gorgeous blackout story.
Another blackout I had was when I literally chased my friend through the hallway of our dorm, throwing goldfish at her.
I love to throw when I'm blackout. Like I threw bread at a friend when I was blackout. I was like, eat some bread.
She said she turned at one point, and I popped out of the doorway. With one of those giant things of gold, and just went, ah.
It's also an endearing blackout. Yeah. But Heather didn't have any such situation.
Yeah, they start endearing and then they get really bad. But okay, let me just voice
you play devil's advocate. Go.
Devil's advocate. Okay. I believe her that she was incredibly drunk and just something happened. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize the person jumbling on the door was Meredith, Jen, and Angie. Okay. They came in 4:30. They came in. It was like a conga line. Meredith was like, ha, 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 ha. They came in ready to party. They were turning up, which makes me think something else was going on.
Yeah. They were ready to do some more K.
They were partying.
That's what you're like when you're ready to do another line of K.
Yeah, they're like, we're not ready for this night to end. We're coming in at 4:30. Like, what were they doing?
Someone's wearing like a wig. Was it Jen that was wearing like a wig that's half on her head? Or like
George Washington wig. She's wearing like a colonial wig. And like she looks like someone at Versailles. But they come in. Whoo, 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 whoo. But I was like,
Meredith
coming in, and they were ready to go. They were ready to turn the fuck up again, and then we didn't see what else happened. But like clearly they came in, they were ready to go. Then I was like, did they have some kind of like 13 moment where it's like, hit me?
Yeah. I mean, I posited that, I feel, in a past episode where it came down to like Jen and Heather having their like 13 love story, frenemy story. But
then Angie K brought up the point that the next day Jen was like furtive and like on her phone and like not.
But she also could have just been like helping cover for Heather.
Or she was thinking about like.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she has a lot of reasons to get like pensive at random times.
Yeah.
They're like, she seemed really stressed and concerned and quiet. I couldn't imagine why.
Yeah.
She's a federal court case coming up where everyone is flipped on her, and she's most certainly going to jail.
And it seems shockingly like I buy it. I felt that pain. Mm-hmm. But I also still felt like she was a little full of shit.
Yeah, she's a bullshitter for sure. I wrote, that was like my first note, was Heather's a bullshitter.
Yes.
They've also resorted to stunts in lieu of having them pull up in that Sprinter van.
Inside.
I was like, you guys, you're better than this.
They're filming on a stage in New York.
Do better.
Where are they?
They made them go out of their dressing room and get in a car that was in the same area in a building that they were inside and then pull up to a set that was also inside.
Were they at the Armory?
It looked like it.
Yeah, they're in like a cracked like abbey, a cursed abbey.
I kind of loved the cursed abbey.
I did too.
I'm not opposed to the Sprinter van, but I'm like, okay, you just did this because Jen's not here.
Yeah.
Get a little more creative.
Have them come. You know what? They should have them rise out of the floor. Like Hunger Games style.
Exactly.
Get that going.
Exactly.
It's like $1 million.
Well, what?
No price. Sky's the limit. You need to get the show. The ratings.
It's time to go a little bit more next level than that. If your main ass bitch is not showing up to the reunion, we're going to need to talk hydraulics through the floor.
Come up through the fucking floor.
Or just have it be a one-on-one 1 hour interview between Andy and Lisa. Just instead of a reunion, have in conversation with Andy and Lisa.
Just about life.
Just about anything. I would take 1 hour. They could meander.
Like in the actor's studio?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That was great. That was 1997.
I would live for that.
I just got to BYU then. It was so great.
Fun times
at BYU.
They could go all over the place.
That's me in Long Island, 1987.
It was before I came to New York City, girl. But it was still really fun. Oh.
I would take the Long Island Expressway into the city. The LIRR Railroad.
She's 5.
Yeah, take her in the city.
She's 5 or she's like 2.5 in high heels and a purse
on the Long Island Railroad.
Yeah, commuting to the city for her first job.
She's interviewing. Yeah, I got a job. I was a hostess at Sarah Beth's. At what age?
I started like any young New York hopeful girl.
I was the maitre d' at Sarah Beth's.
A hostess
at 2.
Wheeling and dealing.
I was a buyer at Bergdorf Goodman, 8-7.
It was a moment. I devoted my life to fashion. It's where I really fell in love with fashion.
I bought my first apartment at age 12 in Midtown East.
It was big for me at that point to get into real estate. And I really wanted to put roots down after working in the city for 10 years.
So I ended up moving up to Yorkville on the Upper East Side. Enrolled in private school.
Did it all in 1 year.
And then my family said, I went back to Long Island. They said, where have you been? It's like they didn't even know I was gone.
Said, Mom, Dad, I have a career now.
I've been gone for
I'm
6
a graduate.
I've been gone for 10 years.
She disappeared when she was 2.5. She walked out the door and said, I'm going to work. I got a job. I'll see you later. And then didn't come back for 10 years. And they didn't even question their baby girl, Lisa.
They didn't even know she was gone.
No.
They were like, oh God, okay. So we're going to move to Utah and convert to Mormonism. Oh God, no. I just started my career in the city.
Well,
I belong in the hustle bustle, but I guess I'll go to Utah. Cool.
There's towns there that you can do stuff, right? And they're like, there's a little town called Sundance. Sundance was nothing back then.
So at age 15, I started Sundance.
She's a fucking career woman.
My first investor was Bally's Total Fitness and Evian. Those were her original Sundance investors.
Mm-hmm.
I got Bally's on the floor, ground zero, brick and mortar, baby. We were there from the start.
We had treadmills. Treadmills, Stairmasters.
Bally's hosted the first official Sundance event.
Bally's pop-up.
Sponsored in part by Marcia Gay Harden and Jean Triplehorn.
I love her being in with the indie actress community.
That was the days of Pollock.
She could have been
Jackson Pollock with Ed Harris.
Ed's big ear.
I was really in on the ground floor of Ed's Oscars campaign. For your consideration, it started at the Bally's Total Fitness tent at Sundance. I got really close to Ed and Marcia then.
And she's remained close with them ever since.
Oh yeah, they're like, she counts them as like dear friends.
And then Andy and Lisa would go on for like 10 minutes about how great Ed and Marcia are and like trade story.
Oh, because
like
Andy, of course.
Oh God,
Nanny knows.
my God, I've heard nothing. And they go off on this long tangent about that. I come out. Where were we? It's intimate. Make it 2 hours, honestly.
Yes. That's when I started working for the Pentagon. 9/11 changed everything for me.
Oh, they would get into it.
It really changed the way I see the world.
And don't even mention. She goes, 9/11. Don't even.
Us New Yorkers.
Don't. We know. Don't even talk about it.
Don't even talk about it.
Don't bring it up.
Don't bring it up. Really put a lens on things.
Really made me see clearly.
I started working for
my
Blackwater.
Priorities changed.
What? My priorities changed a lot after 9/11.
Oh my God. But yeah, so they should do that instead of what they're doing for this reunion.
Yeah.
Lisa and Meredith.
Lisa works for Blackwater. I started working for Blackwater in 2009. Changed my life in every way.
What does Blackwater do?
It's like weapons.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Military.
I just wanted to make sure. Lisa and Meredith get into their spat. And Meredith ends it by saying, let's just be neutral to each other and be open, see what happens.
Meredith looks incredible.
Mm-hmm. Snatched.
But love her dress.
Mm-hmm.
She's not giving. But she kind of is.
She's not, though. It's a big sign, and you pointed this out while we were watching it, when the side talent, the supporting characters are outshining the OGs, which is what's happening in this reunion.
Every way.
Mm-hmm. They came dressed better.
They looked Danna.
They are each serving cunt, and they are giving.
They're all giving.
They're giving it their all.
They're providing, and the OGs need to take note. And you can tell there's some. Heather had some comment like something like, "You're just lucky to be on this couch." Like there, you can tell the veterans are a little. Their feathers are ruffled
because Angie K did not skip a beat.
She didn't, and they all of them in their own way brought something. They elevated the season in ways that the olds couldn't. And
they were not featured enough.
They weren't. It was a crime, and they know it, and they know that the fans know it. They know how it looks on TV now. They're pissed. Heather's pissed.
Recast Meredith, I think. Bring Mary back. I want Wild Rose to stay. Honestly, I could take Heather reduced to friend of, but I know that that's not going to happen. So I feel like I can't even give myself like hope.
You think get rid of Meredith?
I think it's time for Mare to go.
Like just
go.
Go do like the Real Housewives. Do a Real Housewives of Chicago and just be the queen bee there. I mean, Angie K, I think is like, I'm from Salt Lake. You didn't know anyone when you like. It sounds like Meredith was pretty new to the city when she started filming. She's not.
I don't love that. She's not a real native Salt Laker.
Go do a Chicago show.
Do something else. When Meredith said that she's like a people person and like a social butterfly, I was like,
right.
You're not.
Angie
like I've seen you at an event.
Oh yeah.
And Sutton was more social. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
that's all I'm saying.
Well, what do we expect? Could we expect anything less from Miss Sutton Strake?
A gracious hostess.
Of course.
I mean, don't even give me the arm.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna cry. Lisa goes, "Can I have a glass of water, please? I'm dying." Like mid thing.
And she goes like this at one point to the producer off screen. She goes, Meredith, I think Whitney was on like
pills.
I think she took an edible too.
Maybe she took a beta blocker.
She was tanked.
She's shit faced. Heather blacks out every once in a while. Whitney's never blacked in.
I think she did take a beta blocker. I think it must be really stressful.
It seems stressful.
You're probably so hungry and thirsty and like
you film for 10 hours straight,
uncomfortable,
relitigating. Well, and that zipper dress does not look comfortable. Having to sit like perfectly on a couch,
poised
for hours, poised like a lady, like a tame rose.
Andy's just sitting
there. At one point he said something to someone and I was like, he is so insincere, but I live for it.
I live for him. He was pushing back.
He pushed back at Meredith. Finally got sick of her ass.
In the next episode you see him say like, basically, why were you like basically giggling yourself into a froth in a bathtub last season about Jen's arrest, and then this season you're like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it was weird. Flip flop. I don't like it.
She needs to answer for herself.
Lisa said she's working on holiday music.
She's working on an EP.
2 or 3 songs.
What makes you think I'm not already working on it, Andy?
Heather, the way she reacted, I was like, Heather's so jealous.
So jealous.
Has never been more jealous in her life.
Pure rage.
Than of baby girl Lisa. Lisa should release one like Hanukkah song, a Christmas song, and then like a really kooky Mormon Christmas song.
On the day that Heather's book releases.
Yeah, she should do like a Beyonce and just drop the release on the same day with a visual album. No, just she should do a visual album.
Yeah. Like her lemonade.
With all 3 songs. Yeah, it's Lisa's Lemonade. She calls it Lisa's Lemonade. It's 3 holiday songs.
Dashing through the snow.
I'm really excited.
What else happened? I mean, Angie K comes on looking fierce. She looked amazing.
Yeah, she looks incredible. I love her. She's like a doll. She looks like a dolly.
Yeah.
She's a dolly woman that I don't even believe truly exists.
She had like a cute like koi fish kind of dress.
Ooh, is that what it was?
I think it was.
So sparkly. I loved it.
It looked like it from my end, but I'm wearing my glasses.
My glasses. So they say they get into like the rumors about Lisa Barlow sucking dick for Utah Jazz tickets and try and figure out where that came from. Whitney says that Heather was the one that started it. Heather, conveniently again, is not remembering things. So I'm
drunk.
either like
New Year's Eve 2021.
You're an alcoholic or
you're a liar.
The jig's up.
I think
Fooled me once, shame on me. Me buying into her at the beginning of this episode, being like, I was so ashamed. I was so
How
drunk.
quickly that was.
I'm like, wait,
I think we were hoodwinked.
Wow. And then Angie K gets sucked into it to try and remember what happened.
She's lying a little too.
She is. Does she say that John Barlow flipped out at a jazz game? Daddy John
yelled at her kid or her something like weird, and then they
yelled the F word.
And then I went.
He F slurred.
I was like, did he? At first, I was like, she goes, he said the F word. In my head, I'm like, did he call her husband a fag? And then I'm around my child, and I was like, oh, okay.
Which,
he said fuck.
I mean, he could have called her husband that.
But I guess someone threatened to kick John out of the venue, which kind of freaked me out.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't know. Because then Lisa, believe all men. Because Lisa, she's like, no, that never happened.
Unbelievable.
That is absurd.
Take it back.
She goes, or Andy goes like, do you like the Utah Jazz? She goes, I love them. I love them so much. I'm actually friends with some of the players and I don't have sex with them for tickets. And then Angie Harrington to herself goes, friends with the players, like under her breath. I
just love Lisa going, yes, I love the Jazz.
She goes, I love them.
I thought she was going to say, but I'm a New York girl at heart. The Knicks.
She loves all sports.
Is that what they are? The New York Knicks? The Mets?
Mets is baseball. Knicks is basketball.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah. You know it. You're straight. You're straight after all,
bro.
Man. This just in, Carey's fucking straight.
I'm fucking straight. I knew the Knicks.
You've crossed over as soon as you say New York Knicks.
I went like this.
Straight.
I like pussy.
I wrote Meredith and Heather bother me in all caps.
Yeah, they're just milky. They're just kind of like they're sort of just like, I don't see what's going on with them.
They make no sense. And Heather, before I got sucked into her shame spiral and began to have empathy for her situation, I was like, we should all really pool our resources and launch a class action lawsuit against her for what she did this season.
With the eye?
Yeah. I don't accept that. And I think that there are legal grounds to pursue action against her.
Can I just say, too, that maybe we were both, our Al-Anon came out.
Where we were like, we feel so bad for her. And then we get tricked in the process.
It's okay.
Where we're easily manipulated. Is that a feature?
I think someone who's...
They just want to believe. They want to believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to believe. But now I want to sue. So now I think we could all sue her.
The collective Bravo fan base should sue.
Why haven't they done that yet? Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me.
Yeah,
but
I don't wish that on anyone.
No, I don't wish that on anyone either. It's the rudest thing, but it would be really funny, and I would like a little restitution for being put through this black eye saga.
Black eye gate. Meredith kind of...
She opens her mouth and closes it and sounds come out every once in a while.
Whitney is fuging.
Whitney's gone to another place.
She's waiting.
Where is she?
She's biding her time.
She's gone into fairyland. She's had to retreat.
Yeah.
She's in Wild Rose fairyland.
The Wild Rose has activated. Check back in 5 to 7 hours. I will be gone to the land of Tir na Nog, where we will live for 300 years.
She's Lion the Witch in the wardrobe, but the wardrobe is her own mind.
1 hour in Whitney's Tir na Nog is 50 years.
What made her leave?
She's, you know what? She's collecting her. She's not as quick in terms of verbally as Heather, and she knows that she has to bring the A game.
She's gathering evidence.
So she's in fairyland. She has all her papers lined out on the floor in rows.
Her fairy spirit guides are like, you got this, girl.
You got this, Whitney. Thank you.
Give it to them.
Give it to them good, girl.
Give it to them good. You always keep it real, girl.
You keep it real. Stay on your healing journey, girl.
You've healed so much. You've healed so much this year. You always keep it real. You go, girl.
You know, you always got.
They build her up.
You always got your brothers and sisters in Tirnanog waiting for you to come home.
They go ding, and like a little rainbow comes out. She goes, thank you so much. But she's leaving, they all gathered around. She gives a press conference. And she's like, thank you so much for helping
press conference
to all
like
the spirits of Tirnanog in her
Like
own
after
brain.
a sports game or something.
Yeah, or just like she's about to step back through the portal and she just wants to address the community.
I'd like to address the crowd, to all my friends and chosen family in Tirnanog. To all my friends and chosen family in Tirnanog. Yes, the rumors are true. I will be heading back
To the reunion.
after a glorious 300 years as a fixture in this community.
No, 1 second on the way it works is 1 second on Real Housewives or 1 minute is 300 years.
Oh, God.
In Tirnanog. She's taken a long time. She doubted herself.
That's an ice age.
I know. She doubted herself. They go, centuries have gone by and you still haven't gone back.
She goes, and
She had to gather
I
evidence.
have to say, it really feels like it's been a millennium. Pause for a laugh.
The fairies all flap their wings.
But now it is time for me to leave. But I will be back soon.
Believe me.
Believe me.
You could say, I'll be back sooner than you think.
But that is not
Until
the case
next
in
time.
Tirnanog because things go very slowly here. But,
Oh, yeah. It will actually be another like 40 million years before she's back.
but
If
trust, I will be back.
she will be. She's mythical in that land.
So she comes back, but she's biding her time for the next.
Yeah, for the next episode.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I mean, what else happens? I don't really.
What else happened? That's all the notes that I have. And then at the end I wrote, recast this show. How's
Yeah.
your eye? Are you dying? Do you have a sty? Is it like a scratch?
No, I think it's something. Just like I can like feel it. It's like.
Have you
know what I mean?
flushed your eye
I'm
out?
going to when I get home.
You haven't done it yet though, have you?
Well, I thought I got it last night, and then I woke up and I was like,
It's remained for the day.
"No, I know it's sty, and this isn't a sty."
Oh, what if you're patient zero of cordyceps?
Cordyceps. Can't wait for The Last of Us. Did you
I
watch
know.
it?
I watched the opening of the second episode. It was so good.
Bomb them.
And then I got really stressed. I was like, I can't deal with like this right now. So then I turned it off. But I might revisit tonight as a treat post packing, or I might not. And wait for it.
Wait for it to build.
Wait for it and then binge a little bit.
When you get home, you'll be like 3 weeks worth of.
Yeah, that's the way I like to do it with traumatic shows like that and like Handmaid's Tale.
Oh,
I'm in it for the long haul.
damn! You're really like
I know.
you're a real.
I'm truly like a slave to Handmaid's Tale. They got me.
He got me, gal.
Guys,
We love you so much. This is going to be the last recording for like 2 weeks.
yeah, between you and I, but you won't even know that if you're
You
on the
won't
Sup
even know
Patreon
that.
because there will be bonus episodes that are in the fucking can.
And I'll be back next week with a special guest,
Whoop.
recapping this shit show part 2. So stay tuned. I'm gonna do my best to hold down the fort,
You're going to hold it down.
and guests to be announced.
Bye.
Bye.